my understanding of that word, G-U-R-U, great understanding, rarely useful.
Because they know how to talk in the same language.
In the same language.
Yeah.
The experience is actually, to me, just that time spent with my kids.
Cheers to Dilip Puri for that.
Cheers to Rinku
Honestly,
Madan.
this
Thank
man
you.
is an institution in himself.
Yeah, but तुम बिना टेस्ट के हुए खाने को तुम सॉल्ट और पेपर डालो.
I agree.
The chef gets very upset. Cheers.
Yes, cheers.
Never again.
We'll be starting off with wine. फासद की खूबी सिर्फ स्वाद के आशिक जान.
Clearly, yeah.
I'm steering away from every.
The damn fine life show.
I have couscous for that work. To do that and then to still make a busy day. Thank you.
पहले को enjoy किया इसने.
The damn fine.
कहूँ कि बस
बता दो.
सीक्रेट
हम सिर्फ नमक नहीं बताएंगे, बाकी सब बता दो.
The damn fine life show. The damn fine life show.
Nice strands. Yeah, okay, got it. Ready?
Damn fine life show. The damn fine life show with Rinku Madan.
Hello everyone, welcome to my show, The Damn Fine Life Show with Rinku Madan, where we bring to you fascinating conversations, journeys sprinkled with some cooking with remarkable individuals from all walks of life. Today it's hospitality meets expertise. Today we are joined by a true maestro of the hospitality industry, a former accomplished hotelier amongst other roles. He has been the managing director and the regional vice president South Asia for Starwood Hotels and Resorts, the guidance leader for Marriott International, and now the founder and executive chairman for his very own Indian School of Hospitality. He's a golfer, a world traveler, a sci-fi buff, a wine aficionado, and a lot more than that. So let's get ready for insights, anecdotes, fun, and loads of charm from the very dapper Dilip Puri as we dive into this episode today. Let's give it up with a warm welcome to Mr. Dilip Puri. Hi!
Hello.
Seeing you after so long, can I give you a hug? Welcome.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. So this is your station. You are the chef for the day. I hope everything is in order. What are we cooking? I know, but would you like to tell everyone what we are cooking?
Well, I know what I'm eating, which is eggs Benedict. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to cook it
That's fine.
in the way, but yes, eggs Benedict is one of my favorite foods,
Anyways.
comfort food, anytime food.
Yum.
I've been able to see almost every animal you can think of in Africa, and there's something so, how should I say, it's like, it brings you peace even when you see wild animals in their environment,
Yes.
how they coexist, how they cohabitate, how that whole, for example, the Masai Mara in Kenya, it's this ecosystem where wildlife, from a lion to a deer, they all live within that ecosystem. There's a balance in that ecosystem. Sometimes I always feel that that's what's missing in the human ecosystem, that we don't seem to find that balance as you find in wildlife.
How many of those wildlife have you eaten?
Well, no, I can't say. I've tried some exotic wildlife. In Africa, I ate alligator. I've even eaten a snake. But these are just, gimmicky to try out kind of a thing because you live there, so you want to try it out. But no, I'm otherwise, well, I'm a hardcore non-veg, but I stick to mutton and chicken mostly.
So before we dive in, can I offer you something to drink?
Well,
You have got something to drink. What is your favorite spirit? Let me take it up.
Well, a nice chilled glass of white wine always works.
Perfect.
I've got a deeper appreciation for wine. So yeah, this is one of my favorite brands, Cloudy Bay,
New Zealand.
which is from New Zealand. It's a Sauvignon Blanc,
Yes.
and we'll be happy to share a glass with you.
Thank you. The
Okay.
pleasure is entirely mine. No? In Dilip Puri style.
When I started my management training at the Oberoi school, I didn't even know that I would be in hospitality. It was very accident, and pretty much my dad didn't leave me much choice. When I finished graduation, I studied economics. I was pretty good at it. I wanted to continue studying. Dad, being a Fauji, said, enough of spending on an education, अब काम करो. And somebody I knew then, who was with Oberoi's, I should tease him. I said, what kind of a job is in a hotel? तुम waiter बनोगे, तुम बावर्ची बनोगे. And he would tell my dad, I challenged Dilip if he can even get into the Oberoi school. And he also told my dad, if he gets in, then you should allow him a choice whether he wants to go in or not. So I got in. And I went to my father and I said, see, I've proved that I got it. Now I want to study my master's in economics. And Dad, authoritarian Fauji, said, no, beautiful job, beautiful company, great opportunity.
Stay there.
Stay there. And honestly, the reality is that I took to hospitality like a fish to water from day one. I just knew I was in the right place, doing the things I wanted to do. I clearly saw my career in front of me. So it didn't take me any time at all to just kind of immerse myself in the hotel industry. And I've never looked back ever since.
But this transition from, what inspired you from being a successful hotelier to now being, the owner of one of India's finest hospitality schools?
Well, I guess, when you, not just hospitality, but I think any professional, as you grow into leadership, you are acquiring more knowledge, more experience. And then there suddenly comes a point when you want to transfer that knowledge, share that experience. And while, you can do it with your teams and with your own people, but I've always been excited by and extremely intrigued by Gen Z, young people. And over my years in leadership, I would see young people start in our industry. And I remember when I started at Starwood, I appointed two young girls, they must have been 25 years old, as my mentors.
Oh.
Think about the concept of reverse mentoring, right? I had my mentors, my seniors, but I found that I was going further and further away from this young generation. Their ability to use the internet, their understanding of technology, they themselves becoming consumers, becoming employees. And I told myself, if I don't get to know this generation, I'll fail as a leader. So it was their responsibility once a week to come and sit with me and tell me all what's happening in their world, including in the original days, the jargon in WhatsApp, what did OMG, and all those kind of things. You saw all this happening and you said, ye hai kya? So they would give me insights into their behaviors as consumers, even as associates and employees of hotels. And I found that to be far more enriching in my learning to be a leader.
Yes.
अब जो मेरे सीनियर्स थे उन्होंने जो ज्ञान देना था दे दिया. I always think of myself and my seniors, वो कहते हैं ना guru.
Yes.
If you think about guru, my understanding of that word, G-U-R-U, great understanding, rarely useful. So over time, I also began to find that बुजुर्गों से इतना ज्ञान नहीं मिल रहा है, शिष्यों से ज़्यादा ज्ञान मिल रहा है.
Yes.
So in some way, my motivation to set up ISH also was on the fact that the excitement of being able to learn from these young people as much as share and transfer your knowledge.
Yes.
That was really, I think, my prime motivation for doing that. I'd spent 30 years already in hospitality. more or less been there, done that in terms of what I wanted to achieve from that. I was 50 then, so I said, right time to make a switch if I have to. The biggest fear, more than anything else, Rinku, was entrepreneurship. Again, coming back, Fauji family ke ho to you are middle class mindset, don't want to take risks.
Yes.
For 30 years I'm used to monthly paycheck aa raha hai, saalon saal mein zyada hote ja raha hai, very comfortable,
Yes.
great lifestyle,
Yes.
all of that. So now to suddenly risk that, having to put your own
Yes.
money in,
And where the whole onus will come on you,
yeah.
good or bad.
I mean, I always joke around, I said, I used to wait for my monthly salary when I was a corporate professional. Today I have to make sure I first pay 100 other people before I can take a salary. So, there is a lot of responsibility in entrepreneurship, there's a lot of risk in entrepreneurship.
You also have a 4-year multidisciplinary bachelor's program.
Mm-hmm.
So like what essentially is, it's like
So
straight out of class 12.
Straight out of class 12, it's a BBA with a specialization in hospitality, 4-year program. First year is core hotels. They learn everything, food and beverage, front office,
Everything.
housekeeping, food production, pehle saal mein. And after they finish 1 year, 2 semesters in college,
Then they can decide.
then they go for a 6-month internship,
Ah.
first internship, where we always send them to hotels. And we send them to the similar level of hotels,
Okay.
largely upper upscale luxury hotels.
Are they paid? Are these paid internships?
Pathetically, but they're paid.
Okay, yeah.
Once they come back after their internship, the rest of the 2.5 years, the program is almost like a BBA. From marketing, strategy, finance, data analytics, AI, everything. So the hospitality part, you learn core in the first year. You've gone and done the internship. After that, it's an entire BBA curriculum primarily. The specifics of any course, if you're teaching finance or marketing or digital, we try and keep all the case studies relevant to hospitality. But as subjects and modules, they mirror a BBA, which is what gives our students that kind of holistic, liberal hospitality education. And that's why they say that why only hotels? With this education, I can work anywhere.
And your certificate, I mean the BBA which the child does, is relevant in like
Not the
which
certificate,
country?
it's a degree.
Yeah, sorry. So the degree which the child gets upon graduating, that is relevant in which countries? Like which like suppose if you are a Delhi University graduate, you are relevant across the world. Similarly with any other. So yeah, same.
So absolutely.
Acha, ISH degree is.
So the education regulations in India require that a degree can only be granted by a university. We are a college. We are under the jurisdiction of the government of Haryana. They are our regulators, the Department of Higher Education. And so we have to affiliate ourselves to an Indian university who grants the degree. Curriculum hamara hai, bacche hamare hain, but the BBA or the Bachelor's in Culinary Arts, the degree is awarded by, in our case, Gurugram University, because we are based in Gurugram.
Okay. So it's a part of the university.
It is an affiliated college of the university. So a student actually gets the Indian degree and the La Roche certification.
As well.
And if he finishes 3 years in India, he gets the Indian degree, he can go and finish his 4th year in Switzerland and get the international degree, so he gets a dual degree as well.
Okay.
Similarly, somebody studying culinary 3 saal yahan par, Gurugram University, Indian degree legi, studying at ISH, 4th year go to Paris to École de Casse, finish there, get their degree.
You are affiliated with them, so obviously your children would be having an edge in getting to go there.
Yeah, La Roche and École de Casse own half of ISH.
Oh, okay.
So they are our partners, strategic partners, financial partners, academic partners. So we operate as a La Roche campus and as an École de Casse campus. So our students can transfer, migrate anytime they want.
Which have been some of the most memorable incidents during your time at the hotels?
Wow, if I start telling you those
Tell,
stories.
we want to know some scandalous incidents.
Well, Movies में कहते हैं ना, if I tell you, I'll have to kill you.
No, you don't have to tell us the names. You don't have to tell us the names.
So, you know, one of my earliest hospitality memories is I was a young lobby manager in Bombay.
Huh.
In those days, it was called Oberoi Towers, Abhi jo Trident Nariman Point hai.
Correct.
And there was a big fire in the hotel in 1990. So we're talking about 30 years ago, 35 years ago. And for the only time in my life, I climbed up and down 35 floors to rescue air hostesses of Cathay Pacific who were so scared that they refused to come down. So we were forced to go up to just bring them down because they said, no, we're not leaving our rooms, and the fire was quite a serious fire. And ऊपर चढ़ने में तो एक तो टाइम लगा, and then those girls refused to come out. When I had to literally put them on your shoulder and run down with them.
Really?
Yeah. So and not once.
How many did you rescue like that?
Well, I rescued 4. But I'm just, what reminds me is कि मैं जिंदगी में कभी 35 माले चढ़ा और उतरा नहीं हूँ.
So you were like going 35 floors up.
Because no elevators, right? Because of fire. And these girls were refusing to come down. So we had to go up and bring them down.
Yes.
So quite a few of us, not just me. But I'm saying going there, literally trying to plead to them, cajole them ki come
Please
down.
aa jao niche, haan.
And one of them who I brought down who wouldn't, I literally had to grab her, put her on my shoulder and run down. So that was one of those funny incidents, which was actually a serious incident. It was a big fire, the hotel shut down for some months as well. So that's one anecdote that comes to mind. And you know, I used to be at one time the general manager of the Rambagh Palace in Jaipur, in my short stint with the Taj. And at that time, you heard of Rajmata Gayatri Devi,
Yeah, of course. Who hasn't?
Maharani of Jaipur. So she was the chairman of the hotel. Rambagh Palace was her original home. She lived right in her mansion next to Rambagh Palace called Dilip Puri. And she would spend 6 months in India, 6 months in London. And I've just arrived. We'd come back from Australia. I was the new general manager, and her Khansama comes and says, Rajmata ka bulawa hai. So I go and meet her at Liverpool. She's very gracious, makes me sit down, offers me a cigarette. Mera hi brand, classic mind. It was evening. Says, what would you like to drink? So I knew she had everything in her house, so I said, black label. She said, good man, my drink too. So I'm going to bed get bar. And then she tells me, call your wife on the phone. Those days we had an intercom because it was all in the palace compound, right? My house, everything was there. So I called up home and I told my wife, Rajmata wants to talk to you over the phone. And she tells my wife, you know, I'll be inviting Mr. Puri to spend the evening with me very often, and you won't be invited. I hope you don't mind. And to my wife's credit, on her feet she must have thought, she said, Rajmata, if he's in your company, what a privilege for me. So she gave a good answer. So she gives me back the phone, and then she says, you've obviously trained her well.
What a lady.
Oh, what an amazing lady. She and I became, I would say, good friends. I was like almost like a step wheel. When she had to go somewhere, she always would say that Mr. Puri has to accompany me. And we spent many evenings together. She would tell me stories. In fact, she started telling me stories about her life when she was living in Rambagh as a Maharani, before being a hotel, in the 50s, 40s. And it gave me an idea. I said, you know what? This is not a hotel. This is a palace. Ye Maharaja ka original palace, right? And how do I give our guests the experience कि ये होटल में नहीं रह रहे, महाराजा के palace में रह रहे, घर में रह रहे. So I said, Rajmata, tell me stories. What happened in those days? And she would regale me with stories. कोई foreign duke आ रहा है, duchess आ रही है, सारे उनके friends थे. The British royal family was like a major friend of theirs. So I remember her telling me these stories, and her own suite, Maharani suite, जो उनका apartment था, that was the suite in the hotel. हम लोग ना हर शाम को guests को walk कराते थे palace में, to show the palace as the home, not a hotel. और जब महारानी स्वीट में ले जाते थे ना गेस्ट को, so somebody would spray Chanel No. 5 because that was a favorite.
That was
perfume.
hers, yes, yes.
There would be a chiffon sari draped in the dressing room because that's what she wore.
She wore.
And these foreigners, my God, they
Go crazy,
love that
yeah.
story. They get goosebumps saying, "Oh, she's right there. She'll be there," kind of thing.
Do they still do that?
Of course.
Ah.
I mean, it's all about storytelling.
Yes,
right?
it's all
Hospitality is about storytelling.
stories, yes.
I always say you cannot just be a great F&B guy or a great rooms guy. You've got to be a great storyteller.
Yes.
गेस्ट को कहानी सुनाओ, वही कहानी गेस्ट जब वापस जाता है अपने घर वो दूसरों को बताता है.
Yes.
Right? So that's the philosophy of a good hotelier is a good
That's
story.
such a nice story. That's such a cool story, honestly. And like, so you have always been in the luxury hospitality segment. What is luxury to you? What would you call luxury?
Having time.
Yeah, beautiful answers you're giving.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah,
What is it that
absolutely.
we lack the most?
Yes.
In our busy lives, you always say, अगर time होता तो मैं ये करता.
Yes.
And so for me, the biggest currency today, which is valuable, is time. And as you have time, you will begin to do the things you want. For example, I take my kids on a holiday. Doesn't matter if the holiday is a trekking holiday or backpacking holiday.
To you together.
The experience is luxury to me. Just that time spent with my kids or with my closest ones, that's a luxury experience.
It's not about flying in a private jet.
Not at all.
Living in a 7-star property.
When
sleeping on a thread count.
I was an active hotelier,
All that matters.
one of my mentors always used to say, unless you have a carpet under your feet and a chandelier over your head, you're not a luxury hotelier. और मैं भी ऐसे सोचता था. But then I realized, I said, you know, those are frills which are nice to have, but they don't necessarily give you the true luxury experience.
It's called
Being with those ones,
evolution. Evolving as a
evolving
as a
person.
person.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So for me, the time I get to spend
Yes.
with the people I want to spend that time with
It's true luxury.
is true luxury. The reality is that smart hospitality professionals, Oberoi Hotels is a great example of this. How do you deliver unobtrusive service?
Yes, absolutely.
Which means I have to gauge you as the diner.
whether
And
you're interested in having a conversation with me or not.
I mean, how often have you, I'm a hotelier, so I've seen it very often. There are two people sitting and having a meal. And there are minutes of silence between them. It is how you train your staff to understand कि guest का mood क्या है.
Okay.
Guest का persona क्या है ये dinner पे आने का. Is he celebrating a milestone? Is he flirting with a woman? Is he trying to impress
Do you guys
somebody?
get to know?
So you have to train
But
people.
do you guys get to know
Of course you can.
whether this is the actual spouse or not?
Alright. Wow.
Do you guys get to know?
Well, after 35 years, I can get
Yeah.
to know. And
I really wish. Okay.
But
Off the record, I want to know stories. This
Wow,
is so
yeah.
interesting.
But the reality is that you can train people to recognize personas.
Yes.
अब ये सोचो तुम, रिंकू मदन एक गेस्ट है, होटल में जा रही है एक ट्रिप पे ऑन बिजनेस. मतलब एक दिन की मीटिंग्स है, मेरे को खट से जाना है, चेंज करना है, मीटिंग में जाने की है. I don't have time. Now that time you don't want that front office girl to do aarti, tikka, garland, escort you, madam, how was your flight nonsense, right?
Correct.
You just want to get to your room
Huh.
and get out of there. Second trip, Madam Rinku is making. Now she's attending a conference. Now she wants to know more. कि भाई क्या action है, कहाँ पे कौन सा event हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है. So she's keen to understand that, so she doesn't mind people engaging with her. Third time वही रिंकू मदन ट्रिप पे गई अपनी फैमिली के साथ.
So the mindset is different.
Now she wants that hotel to know ये मेरी family है. So the hotel's treating Madam Rinku, you are a VIP, you are a regular guest. बच्चे impress हो रहे हैं, husband impress हो रहा है. So it's the same guest in 3 different personas depending on the purpose of the visit.
So you guys
You have
read.
to train people to recognize the persona. Can you imagine 16 घंटे की फ्लाइट के बाद तुम आए हो और एलिवेटर में तुमको वो young pretty girl saying, sir, how is the weather? Where did you come from? How are you?
Let me tell you where to go tomorrow.
And this guy is saying,
Have you seen the Eiffel Tower or not?
and guy saying, let me just get to my room.
Yeah.
So True luxury hospitality is when you train people to recognize the
To
persona
speak
of your
when
guest
and how
and
much you
speak
should.
accordingly.
Yes.
So indeed, it could frustrate or irritate people saying, you know, really what, don't waste my time.
Yeah.
You are interfering or
Yes.
you're kind of being.
Yes.
But there are great hotel companies who train people to do that. Oberoi Hotels is a fantastic example.
Yes. Absolutely.
By the way, they say, you know, salt pepper के बारे में
Hmm.
कि अगर तुम बिना टेस्ट के हुए खाने को तुम salt और pepper डालो,
I agree.
the chef gets very upset.
Okay.
Have you ever had,
It's actually nice.
very nice, have you ever had scrambled eggs with idli?
Idli? No.
So you got to think
It
about,
doesn't sound very good.
so you got to think about idli substituting the carb, the bread. So you'll have toast, right, with scrambled egg.
Hmm.
But the idli, खाओ scrambled egg के साथ, it's the most delicious breakfast I eat.
Really?
So जब मैं Starwood में था, होटलों में जाता था, morning breakfast पे मैं, I would order scrambled eggs and I would order idlis. And one smart general manager in one of our hotels named the dish and he called it Dilip's Eggly. So idli and scrambled eggs became eggy. Even today, if I go to a restaurant or I go to a buffet, वहाँ scrambled egg भी दिख रहा है, idli भी दिख रही है.
You will take that.
I will take scrambled eggs, no toast, and I'll have idli with that. It is delicious. Try it sometime.
Okay. I will for sure. For sure. I will try Dilip's egg. Okay, so some quick questions. The book on your bedside, do you read? I know you do.
I on an average read about 4 to 5 hours a day.
Wow. So which is the book on your bedside? Now.
You know, I might forget my mobile phone and not worry. But if I've left my Kindle, I have to have it. It travels with me everywhere. It's in my car right now.
So what are you reading at the moment?
Military science fiction right now. But the book I have on my bedside is called The Art of Storytelling. And I could never learn enough about how to tell stories. Because I think it makes me a better educator.
I've read this one. I think I've read this one. It was a part of our curriculum when I studied food writing.
So today almost all faculty development programs, जो teachers को पढ़ाते हैं how to do better. It's about helping them develop the art of storytelling. तुम्हारा content है, तुम्हारा subject matter है, तो कहानी में कैसे बनाओ? That's the way you keep the interest of your audience.
Got it.
So yeah, my book is The Art of Storytelling.
Ties or open collared shirts?
Open collar shirts. It's been 20 years since I last wore a tie. Even by the way, funny thing about ties. As hoteliers, we were always taught
Penny.
dress the way your customers do.
Acha. Oh.
So I grew up in Oberoi Hotels, right? It was that your main guests were bankers, consultants. They all wore these fancy ties, suits, and all that. So therefore, you also had to wear
Had to
suits.
wear.
and fancy ties. 2008 में एक financial crisis हुआ था, याद है? जब
Yeah.
investment bankers became a bad word की वजह से पूरा. So investment bankers, in trying to hide themselves, उन्होंने टाई पहनना छोड़ दिया. कि वे recognize कि हम इतने
Stand out.
smartly suit वाले हैं. उन्होंने टाई पहना. So now this guests who come into a hotel not wearing ties, and you there wearing tie, three-piece suit, ये वो, you're intimidating your guest.
So you have to dress
So
down.
you also dressed up. You dress like your customers do. In Starwood, because we had so many brands, our dress specifications were brand led.
Huh.
Like in a W hotel or in a Westin,
Yeah.
you never wore a tie.
Yeah.
But if you're a general manager of a Sheraton hotel, you wore a tie. So I have always preferred not to wear a tie. I find ties very restrictive. It's almost like a noose around your neck. So I'm not a fan of ties.
Listen, I have to say that the hollandaise is not bad.
It's not bad.
Though it's such a difficult sauce to make, but we killed it.
It's very nice. It's very, very nice. You're right. Got the right flavors.
Yes.
थोड़ा texture में वो challenge हो गया, but the taste is beautiful.
Absolutely. अब texture के बारे में दिखेगा थोड़ी ना. We don't have to say it. Okay. Whiskey or wine?
Whiskey.
You're a whiskey person. Okay.
Whiskey in the evening, wine in the morning.
Okay.
Or wine in the daytime, drink whiskey in the
Correct.
evening.
Right thing to do. The brand on your wrist. Are you a watch person? Or we can just omit this.
Well, it's the only indulgence I've had
Huh.
is when my ex-wife bought me a Tag Heuer watch for my 40th birthday.
You should take it with her after you broke up.
Go. It was given to me as a part of my alimony. But, so yeah, that's my only affectation towards the brand is a very lovely Tag Heuer watch.
Okay. What is that one movie which you can watch over and over again and never get bored?
It's an old movie made in the 70s. I don't know if even you heard of it. Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
Marlon Brando.
I've heard of it for sure. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I was mesmerized by that movie. Part of it was the music. The music was of The Doors, which was one of my favorite bands at that time. But that movie has remained in my mind and I've watched it. And even today, if I'm flipping and I don't know what I want to watch, and I remember that's such a low thing.
Okay. So quickly, you have choices. You have to choose one. Alien or a space odyssey?
Alien or a Space Odyssey for sure.
A space odyssey or the Matrix?
Space Odyssey for sure.
The space odyssey or Mad Max?
Space Odyssey for sure.
Space odyssey or the Abyss?
Space Odyssey for sure.
Wow. Space odyssey or Star Trek?
I still say Space Odyssey, but I love Star Trek too.
But you have to choose one.
Okay, Space Odyssey again.
Oh wow, okay. Space odyssey or the Planet of Apes?
Space Odyssey any day.
Space odyssey or the Terminator?
Space Odyssey any day.
Really? I have to watch this, yeah? What is it about? Can you tell us?
Oh, you want to see the movie?
I've got to see it, okay.
Full movie there is 2001 Space Odyssey.
Okay, done. I will definitely watch it, though I'm not a sci-fi fan, but I will. Space Odyssey or Back to the Future?
Oh, I love Back to the Future. Okay, so let's change that. Back to the Future.
Okay. So Back to the Future or Interstellar?
Oh, that's another of my favorites, Interstellar.
So Interstellar or Dunkirk?
Interstellar.
Interstellar or Inception?
Interstellar.
Interstellar or Star Wars?
Star Wars, my all-time favorite.
Star Wars or Jurassic Park?
Star Wars.
Star Wars or E.T.?
Star Wars.
But so out of this entire list, which are your top three?
So, Space Odyssey, Star Wars and Interstellar.
Okay. So if you have to say I have. If you haven't, you pick up never. Okay? Never have I ever used someone's toothbrush without telling them. Okay. Never have I ever gotten kicked out of a bar. You have? Okay. What was this? I mean, if only if you can share it.
Yeah, this is in Bombay, my young Oberoi days. We were in a bar and the closing time of the bar had happened. But like many bars in Bombay, पीते रहो जब तक पुलिस नहीं आएगी, तो हम पीते रहे और फिर आगे पुलिस और फिर उन्होंने बंद कर दिया बार और हम लोग निकलने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं और पहली बार को नहीं सर अब आपको यहीं पे रहना पड़ेगा जब तक ये पुलिस जाएगी नहीं.
Never have I ever looked at another person's text slyly, messages slyly on their phone. Never? Okay. Never have I ever taken amenities from a hotel room. All of us have, yes, absolutely. Never have I ever accidentally walked into the wrong hotel room. You have?
As a hotelier, with a master key,
And what happened?
opened a room thinking it was a vacant room, it was an occupied room and I shouldn't have seen what I saw.
Okay, we will not ask you what you saw. Never have I ever gone on a blind date. You have? And what was the outcome? Remained
Never again.
Good one. Okay, that was such a fun time, Dilip. And that wraps up another insightful and fun episode of our podcast. A huge thank you to our very special guest today, Mr. Dilip Puri. the mastermind behind both luxurious hotel experiences and the nurturer of the next generations of hospitality professionals. Remember guys, whether you're checking in or checking out, hospitality is always in style. So until next time, stay hospitable.